So God gave me this message about a year ago, and it's crazy that it's coming up now, but now I have the words and the thoughts to articulate that. So I'm going to talk about it. But about a year ago, God gave me this word about how God will give us a gift, and the devil will use that gift for evil and not good, right? God intended for our gifts to be used for good, for the kingdom of God. And the devil will see that gift and try to manipulate it and try to what's the word that he does? He will try to imitate it, and he will make it evil, right? He will flip it and make it evil. So for example, I'm using myself for an example. I've always had a gift of seeing since I was little. I always had a gift of just knowing things, strong discernment. God has always given me a gift of just strong discernment. I can see situations, I can call out situations, something can happen in the future that I just said days before. I can look at somebody and know, what's happening with their health, know what's happening with their lifestyle. Like certain people, I could just look at them and I can tell like what they went through. I can tell, if God is telling me to tell them something. And God gave me that gift, and the devil would use it as evil, and he would make me believe that I was psychic. And I would call myself psychic. I'm like, I have to be psychic for me to know that. There's no way I would have knew that came up in the future unless I'm psychic. Like, I have to have some type of psychic ability. And he would use that as evil to where I thought I was psychic so much to where I started to do psychic readings, right? I started to do tarot cards. I used to do them on myself. I used to do it on other people. And he used it as evil because God tells us not to do that. Although you have that gift to know things, to see things, you're not supposed to use it as fortune telling. That's not what God intended it to be used for. But the devil took that gift and he switched it for evil. Another example, a gift that I have is acting, right? I know how to turn off reality to where I can go into, a scene to where I'm acting. I can go into skits to where just I'm acting. And the devil used that gift for lying, right? And I used to be a liar. I used to know how to lie to people very good. I used to know how to manipulate to where they believed my lies, right? I knew exactly what to say, how to say it. I knew people's body language. If they sensed that I was lying, I knew exactly what to do and what to say because I had a gift of acting, and the devil used it as lying. So I want you to pay attention to the negative in your life, the negative things that you feel like you had to let go of, that God is probably trying to use as a gift. You just have to switch it. So lying can be used as um being able to act, being able to go into skits. Maybe you're supposed to be an actor one day. Maybe you're supposed to, start making little short films. Whatever the case may be. That could be your gift, and the devil is using it for evil. Another example, this isn't about me, just an example. Let's just say you're a very assertive person. You're a very bossy person. You like things in order. You're very direct with cause. You're just that type of person. The devil will use that as evil and make you a narcissist, right? So where you don't like the answer no. You tell everybody what to do. You don't like to hear what to do. You're bossy. You want your way or the highway. He would use that as evil and make you a narcissist when God intended for that gift to be used for maybe you were supposed to be a manager one day. Maybe you're supposed to be a boss of a company, right? You're supposed to make certain calls because that's the gift that you have. You have this gift of confidence to where, you know how to make calls directly and not think twice about it. You know how to have everything set out. You know how to be that boss. And God called you to be that manager, that boss, that high position person. And the devil made you a narcissist and made you bossy and made you a controlling person. You see how like the devil will literally try to imitate God's gifts for you and make it evil? And you would think like, well, maybe this is a part of me. You might identify with that because it feels right. It might feel right, but it's the wrong type of position. You have to understand that the devil cannot create anything. He just imitates God's creation. So whatever God has given you, he will take that and switch it. Everything that the devil does is literally a copy of what God does, but evil. So pay attention to when you are letting go of these negative traits about yourself. Pay attention to if it can actually be used as good. Because God can turn any bad situation into good. And he probably intended it for it to be good in the first place. And then it turned into evil. So don't know who needs to hear that, but the devil imitates, he doesn't create, and he can use God's gifts as evil.